I'm Gloria Allgood. I play bass in the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra. I wanted to give you a few tips about vibrato. Vibrato is something that has not always been used in string playing. It was not brought around in our string playing probably till after the Baroque years of Bach. And now vibrato is commonly used in orchestra playing and solo playing in particular. But I think for bass, vibrato is very important. I just want to show you an example of no vibrato or non-vibrato, as sometimes it is required in certain pieces, but normally you want a vibrato. So here's an example of no vibrato. You can hear it's very, very plain, very unadorned, and I think it is nice to add vibrato. If you think of singers, singers use vibrato, and I think to focus on a singing voice and what you prefer to hear is the way to go with vibrato. So I'm going to add some vibrato. Now, what I want to be cautious of is not to go too fast. That's not really a pleasant sound, and neither is this. Super wide. So when I vibrato, I use my whole arm and I focus all the pressure here on one finger at a time. You cannot hold on all your fingers. So let's just look at the one. When I vibrato, my one is down. The fingers are not out like this. They are kind of curved. And then a two kind of looks like this on bass, and then a four will be 3 and 4 together. So you're never thought to have your whole hand down vibratoing. You just really can't. So when you practice this, you might want to do and feel the pressure kind of come down on the bass and then narrow it down. Another technique you can use with vibrato is to start with no vibrato and go into it. Makes kind of a nice mellow sound. So also on bass, we have a problem with our bows. You cannot bow very quickly when you're doing vibrato. In other words, moving the bow across the string. So you want to make sure it's a slow motion. I'm going to try to move my bow fast and do that. I don't get a very focused sound. So when I play vibrato, I tend to hold my bow and move slower. So that's some tips about vibrato. Let's go back and recap and talk about what we did. We put pressure on one finger at a time. We move our whole arm. We stay relaxed. And we move the bow a little slower. So I just want to encourage you to practice with vibrato. It is a wonderful thing to be able to do. It's very relaxing, very beautiful to listen to. So that's about all I can tell you about vibrato, but just keep working on it. It'll get better.